I'll say they were different. Honestly, I'll say the Limpopo era was when I just broke up with Presh, and you know, a lot of people gave a lot of credits to my brother Presh, and they didn't give me that trust because they felt the whole thing I've done with Presh was Presh. So it made me started working double.
Why do you think that existed then?
Well, because of his vocals, he has better vocals. He has sweet voice. You understand? And if I went to a contest with Presh, we won, right? Now, I don't want to say there are some artists that will go for a contest and their voice will not even let them pass through. But bring them into the market, they will beat everybody that win the contest. You understand? So that was how some people were looking at me then. He has more sweeter vocals. But I was more hardworking without fear of favor, I can say that. So then I was under pressure of I need to prove myself. So when Limpopo came, I was in tears. I was like, no, God has answered my prayer. God has proven something. And Limpopo took me more global. It took me into the global market straight. After all the years I've worked with Presh, that's like the biggest record I've ever done. I saw myself flying to Tanzania, Uganda, everywhere. Tanzania, America, London, doing tour. Limpopo did that for me. If not Limpopo, I don't think I would have gotten that. I've done tours with Presh, no doubt, but as a solo artist, so that enjoyment was different. Now, if I bring it back to Ojapiano, I've already tasted the success. I've tasted the fun, the money from the business and all that. And the fame is there. And nobody was expecting a smash again from KCEE. It's like you said, it's like a decade. And boom, Ojapiano came out and it was like another Limpopo. And the whole market, both international and local, was going crazy. I think the difference for me was the money. The money I was making now was different with the money I was making then.
It was a lot more.
A lot more because things things are different now. Then I remember the tours I was doing were being paid like 5K dollars. Then when I did Limpopo, now you can't tell me that now when I did Ojapiano, the bag was like 4 or 5 times more, 6 times more, So I think that's the only difference I'll say that is significant for me. Otherwise, I think the music was like almost kind of energy it gave me. And the biggest difference I enjoy in Ojapiano was creating a new genre. It's like a new genre. Nobody ever has done that. Having that Oja flute on my piano was genius. It was a genius move. I've been thinking of that for over 2 years, how to fix that in, and I was able to do it at the end of the day. Gave me a lot of satisfaction. In fact, I think that made me just realize, like, Casey, you have something inside, you know what I mean? So those are the difference I can see I can put into those two eras.
And the thing you talk about how money flowed in different eras. We've come from a time when being an artist, the only way you made money was as a celebrity. You have to appear.
Definitely. True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, you have to appear.
Every time. That's the only way you make money.
It's true now. Yeah, I think back then.
If you're sick, no money for you. You'll be hungry. If you're sick for 1 month, no money for 1 month.
Yeah.
That's true though.
Yeah.
Wow. Things have changed though.
And now, technology did its thing, streaming, everything, Afrobeats to the world, all of the major record labels and our connection outside. You can make the number of ways. Publishing's here. We didn't have publishing before.
Even my Limpopo suffered pullover, all those projects. I've not eaten publishing from it for over 1 decade. I just started putting them for publishing like of recent.
Why? Why?
We didn't know. We're just busy making record, like you said, appearing everywhere, stressing ourselves before we make money. We didn't pay attention to those details. But right now, when the whole Afrobeats, big shout out to most of the younger ones that put the genre into bigger map, attracted a lot of international attention to our business. So that gave birth to us finding out that, we've been losing a lot of money. Then I was enjoying Ringback Tone then too. Limpopo gave me a lot of money from Ringback Tone. We were making hundreds of thousands of dollars from it.
Whoa,
Oh,
for real?
yes. Yeah, I think we were one of the ones that enjoyed the color Ringback Tone.
It was that big?
Oh, it was huge. You can ask. For those are the people that are behind those era then, they will tell you that we, Five Star, were the ones enjoying the Ringback Tone then. Sometimes we were making hundreds of dollars, $100,000s of dollars from Ringback Tone then.
And now the streaming age now, everything's here. Anywhere money can come out from anywhere.